right, hello, wine drinking people. We're back with more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and as I mentioned before, a busy day in the store. You know, it's always great to see these small producers from Napa on the street. Producers like Roy Estate that only make 350 cases of one wine, 500 cases of the other wine. You know, Roy Estate is a real incredible story because, you know, they bought this estate from Johnny Miller, the former golfer, and with the intention of just selling fruit. And then Helen Turley knocked on their door and said, you know, I'm looking for a project, in 2001. And to have the great Helen Turley and John Wetloff, her husband, who they're a tag team partnership, I'm sure he was involved in the planning of this vineyard, come out there. And she was involved with them up until 2005. And to have a great winemaker like Philippe Melka take over after that, these people have truly been blessed. And not only with their piece of earth that they have there, but like I said, with the people working with them, you just can't do any better than with people like that. Philippe, when he got involved, thought they needed two different wines because he said, there's two different styles of wine that you can produce here with the terroir that you have. So he divided it into two different styles, like a left bank and a right bank style. And the proprietary red would be more like the right bank style, and then the Cabernet Sauvignon would be more like the left bank style, but all from the same vineyard, all pretty much treated the same way. It's all estate grown, 17 acres. This wine, the proprietary red, is a blend of 71% Cabernet Sauvignon, 22% Merlot, and 7% Petit Verdot. And this wine has got incredible complexity on the nose. Dark, rich currant, dark cherry fruit, lovely toasty oak spice, chocolate, really decadent bouquet lifting from the glass. And I kept these wines all day. At the end of the day, they were just phenomenal. Wild flowers, herbs, milk chocolate, really exotic stuff starting to come out of these wines. This one really smooth and polished on the tongue, fairly forward and drinking really nice right now, but this wine's got excellent structure and wonderful freshness as well. Lovely nuance through the finish. One of the best Cabernets that I've had from Napa Valley this year. Cabernet-based wines at 525 cases. I can't imagine they need to hit the road to sell these, but, you want a presence in the best wine stores and best restaurants in the United States. You have to go out there and open bottles. There's so many great wines coming from Napa, but what a great story, and I can't believe they have a hard time selling these wines at all. The 2008 Estate Cabernet, the estate, as I mentioned before, is, I didn't mention where it was. It's off Soda Canyon Road at the base of Atlas Peak, and they had a really unique microclimate here. 2008, they had 23 days of frost. Their neighbors did, and a lot of them lost most of the crop. But because of where they're at, they're in a little pocket that is warmer. They had no problem with frost in 2008. And really fantastic wine, this Cabernet Sauvignon. You notice a big difference in this wine. The blend's different, 95% Cabernet, 5% Petit Verdot, but the color, darker in this wine. Lovely dark currant, dark cassisberry fruit, espresso, bittersweet chocolate, lovely spice in the bouquet, and you notice some fresh earth and minerality here, but the wine's so young, you're really playing on the fruit and oak flavors and the aromas in the nose here. And there's a lovely dark and rich wine on the palate with this wine. It just seemed to have more layers in it than the first wine. The first wine a lot more approachable. I guess that's why they call it the right bank blend, and this is the left bank blend. But like I said, it's amazing from the same property you can make two dramatically different wines like this. Big and rich, but this wine also still has a lovely savoriness on the finish and echoing that spice from the nose. Most excellent juice. Like I said, I like this wine a hair better. I don't know if it's $50 better like the price, but both of these wines, when you look at some of their competitors, Harlan Estate, Screaming Eagle, some of these other Scarecrow, these other really ultra-expensive wines that have superstar consultants and incredible vineyard sites, maybe this wine looks cheap. All right, that's what I had to drink yesterday with Roy Estate. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.